Hey you guys, how y'all doing? Hoping all is well with you and yours. Welcome back to Burgundy Blue Commentary, where we talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. My subject today is: Are people just hating on Tiffany Henyard? And I've been wanting that to be my subject for a long time, but I think that now you can sort of see it reign true. Um, Hello, Goddess. Hello, Tracy. Hello, everybody. Hit the like button, and if you can, help us reach our 1999 goal. And yes, I have a 1999 goal because I'm not a big channel, and it costs a lot to run my StreamYard. It costs money. Um, what else do I have going on? My internet, my StreamYard, blah blah blah, all that cool stuff, which I use. Um, and I don't make money on my videos. I probably make $3 a video because I'm not talking about Tiffany Henyard. So I have this wonderful mentor, and they suggested a 1999 live stream goal, and that could be 19 people giving me $1. That is fine. So I appreciate you guys. This is one point of my income, but this brings me back to how all this started, where I already had a wonderful YouTube channel. And just because I was talking about Tiffany, not the way they wanted me to talk about Tiffany, my YouTube channel got hit. So if I would have been on a bandwagon to be like super, super idiot, um, remedial Henyard or whatever, if I would have been doing that, you guys would have been blowing this channel up. But this is my community, and I care about my community. So that's why you get what you get over here at Burgundy Blue Commentary, which is just going to be the facts. So I have a guest with me today. The people y'all get confused. Choose compassion. I'm gonna bring Choose on up. Hey, Choose, how are you? Ooh, Choose, beautiful. You just have a beautiful face. How are you?
Oh, thank you so much. Hello, good morning, or no, good afternoon now, Burgundy Beautiful. Good afternoon, chat.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Choose, I wanted to talk with you about this. Choose is another person who has her own business. I keep on saying charity, but it's wrong to say that. 501 business where she helps people. And this Christmas, she was out helping people day and night this Christmas and New Year. And those are things that you just don't know about just because all the time it's not publicized. Because I don't know anybody. I've been a person in need before. I don't want a camera in my face when you helping me. And oh, go ahead, choose.
Exactly. That is actually one of my mottos. It's like I don't feel the need to, oh, I'm gonna record me, giving out fees to I have the receipts, I have everything I need for the proper authorities. And so, yeah. So I was just agreeing with you on that. People, already don't like to ask for help. It makes you feel a sense of shame. And so when you're showing their faces and oh, I did this. I mean, and that's just me. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just how I prefer to do things. So, yeah, I was agreeing.
And now it is something I want to see. Thank you for saying that because it's somebody that I really miss. It was this lady. If you guys are in the area, she would sit on the bench at Dunkin' Donuts and she would sleep in the storage unit door at the storage unit. I have not seen her for maybe 3 months. And we do know that she probably just had issues. If you guys see her, please let me know because we would always, not just me, others, we would make sure she had a sandwich and a hot coffee. And that's the Dalton Dunkin' Donuts. And she would sit out there on that bench the whole breakfast run. You could catch her between 6 and maybe 11 a.m. And you would give her $1 or two or something. But I haven't seen her. So I'm hope she getting the help she need, but I'm really worried about her because it's somebody that I saw regularly. I don't know if you guys ever saw her. Let me know.
Yeah, and I just want to, if I can take a moment to acknowledge you, because these are the types of things that you do just without having to even be like, well, I have to, just as a person. this is the kind of stuff that I see and know that you do that you never tell people about. But we've had conversations, and I know that this is what you do. You go and help people, and I do like Mama Hill, other residents. Let me not even. No, I don't even want to use that word no more. Village, the
Yeah.
village
Yeah.
get together and help without putting it on camera, and I did really want to take this moment to acknowledge you for all that you do in your community without anybody knowing.
Oh,
Because
thank you.
people will say, but they will remember what you do, Maya Angelou. And so in every capacity that I've seen you like kind of behind the scenes helping with something. So you don't just 'cause, I got a, a nonprofit. No, all the stuff that we do is from our hearts, and so thank you too.
Oh, thank you so much. And I want to shout out Mama Hill because people don't know this, choose. It was kids that she decorated an area for them to have a prom send off. And like the kids in the neighborhood that didn't have, like, you know how the kids love all those balloons and all that cool stuff for a prom send up. The
Yes,
kids that didn't have that, her and a couple of neighbors got together and got the balloons and the flowers, and they did a cute little prom send off for them. So shout out to Mama Hill for that as well.
and this is the kind of stuff. Absolutely. See, these are our elders. So, Mama Hill, she didn't just start doing this. And yes, shout out to her. Shout out to a lot of real neighbors that the world can't seem to see.
Mm-hmm. It's only because you have to, do it for the clout. And that brings me to what's going on with Tiffany as well. I want to play this video, and it made me think, seeing the people trying to squeeze the last juice out of whatever they can for Tiffany, just hating on it. I'm going to say it. This is my words. Hating on this woman. We haven't gotten anything from she's under FBI investigate. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let Choose say it. Was it investigation, Choose?
Subject, not the target. She is a subject in an investigation.
She's a subject in an FBI investigation. Now, that is important when we read and break stuff down, because I've said the same thing. Like, even when I talk about Andrew Holmes, I'm like, oh, he was charged. He wasn't charged for anything. That I said the same thing. Like, oh, he was charged. No, they dropped the charges. That's what I always tell y'all. It was no charges to be dropped. So they dropped the investigation. So it's sometimes reading those words and making sure that you have the clear knowledge that is very important. And when we get down to Tiffany, this is a FOIA issue, and nobody's mad that we didn't have minutes in for the last 4 years. Okay, now let me say this: Tiffany did not approve the minutes. She stopped the minutes. Let's say that's true. Tiffany did not approve the minutes. Let's say that y'all believe that wholeheartedly. She would not sign off on it. What's wrong with putting the minutes up now? Now we can get Jason House to approve or disapprove the minutes, right?
Well, see, I thank you for always giving grace where, of course, grace is due. However, if we just go to um, board, regular board, Robert's Rules of Order, and all of that. Number one, whatever Tiffany didn't put on the agenda, the board can always make. What is it? What is that word that Jason House learned? Superseding motion. They could have always, at every single meeting, made a superseding motion to approve the minutes. Does Tiffany vote for the minutes? No. So I'm confused on why she's even a problem. So that's all I had.
I'm sort of with you with that. Like, even when we have what's going on now with you have two different. See, Tiffany controlled two areas, so she controlled Dalton and she controlled Thornton Township. Now we have Thornton Township doing their own thing. Nobody's saying nothing. No one's asking questions. It's no discussion. The rules have changed. No one's asking anything. And then we go over here to Dalton. Oh, please, Tiffany spending money on parties. And I think we got 4 or 5 parties in one day, right? And pay attention to the collaboration when they say that, you guys. Pay attention to that. But I want to play this. Oh, go ahead, choose. No, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't have nothing, Berg. I was just agreeing. That was all. I was just like, I got
That, you know what? That's my fault because I call myself taking a class um on when you're doing StreamYard, and when I see your little mute go away, I'm like, go ahead, choose. So my class didn't work, you guys. Okay, so let's play Tiffany's video. So Tiffany did a video outside the Daily Center at court, looking happy, shining. Y'all can say it's like a lot of people are saying it's a narcissist that she is. What if it's just having love and support around her? What if a lot of people never had that and that's just what she has?
Well, if before you play the video, if I can try my little level one behavioral analysis here, her face, she looks happy, genuinely. I'm looking at her eyebrows, the way that, her smile, it doesn't seem to be a smile that is forced. She genuinely looks to be in good spirits.
Y'all rang her through the meter, talked about her cuckoo, talked about her parenting, talked about her being stupid, talked about her looks, and look at how she looking right now. Like, a lot of people wouldn't have had that strength. I'm glad she survived that. So could it be that she's a narcissist, or could it be that she has support and love around her? I I want to know. All right, interesting. Let's go to the video. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey guys, it's your favorite super mayor, Tiffany.
And I'm just gonna pause. Gardis, I know you don't agree with what I'm saying. Gardis is in the chat. All right, you guys, let's go.
Supervisor. Yes, yes, yes. I'm still gonna coin my name, but I just want to say thank you to all that support me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all the texts and emails that you guys sent. I am in good spirits. I thank you. I thank you, thank you. I just want to get on here and just say thank you. That's really it. And then stay tuned, because guess what? My book is coming out, and I will be doing a book tour soon. So those that like to keep up with your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, stay tuned for that, because I got a lot to say, because I've been kind of quiet, like quiet. Y'all know I'm not a quiet person, but I do want to tell my story. Y'all see me study going through this battle, this uphill battle with all these haters and all these people that just want to see a person like down on their luck. That ain't what I do. I share love and uplift people and inspire people, and that's what y'all should be doing. That's what y'all should be doing, but y'all ain't doing that. Y'all stay trying to just take people out. Like, let people be great. Let people live their life. Like, at the end of the day, been there, done that. Yes, I was the first. You would never touch that. That's my history. I was the first super mayor, and that is my name. I coined that.
I want to pause that.
Amen.
That is what Choose always says. That is true. You can't take that away from her, no matter how hard you try.
And I'm sorry. Ain't nothing y'all can do about that.
You know what?
Period.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't think that is that is true. Now I wanna pause on something else she said. Y'all stay trying to take somebody down like me. Like I saw y'all was cheering on Conscious Channel being gone. Why would you put all that energy into taking someone down and not back your candidate? All that energy could be backed into helping the community, your candidate, the bettering the things around you. But no, 24/7, one group is about taking everybody down. That is so crazy to me.
Oh, you know, it's actually proven, and this is not you saying it. If you take a look, it's in a book. That is actually psychopathic behavior. But I digress.
Well, I want to go to Tony. Tony. I don't want to say last name. Is it Booty? Buddy? Tony says it's all a act. She's in deep shit. Otherwise, she wouldn't turn up in court. Okay, so if she didn't turn up in court and be the responsible, wouldn't it be responsible if you're summoned to court to go?
Well, it would be. However, see, and this is where you get all those sensational stories because the stories that are going around is she was running, she was escaping to all kinds of places, and to see her in court. I mean, what do we want from her? We want her to not show up, or we want her to show up. I mean, I don't think it's an act when a judge orders you to appear in court. I don't. How can you act on a court order? So I mean, you do have to act on it, but not as an actor. You got to go, or you gonna be arrested. Yeah, she ran to Mexico. I see Gardas like she ran to Mexico. She was running, child. They had her running all over the country just to take a picture in Atlanta to call 911 when you see her and all kind of stuff. What was she supposed to do? Y'all was gonna call 911 on her. Like,
Right. If you see her, call nine. And then Tony said, and Tony, I'm not beating up on you. I'm just giving you rebuttal. She didn't turn up in court last week, just a Zoom. Tony, if you're a fan of the Dalton Politics page, didn't everybody post that she was in Atlanta? How was she gonna get to court? Wasn't she in Atlanta? Y'all put the picture, not you, but y'all put the picture out there.
well, and we'll see. That's just another. See, to me, and because I'm gonna let you go ahead and get back to this video. But to me, this is where I kind of tune. Well, this is where I started to tune out so that I can get the facts. I'm not worried about how she turned up in court. If she went to court, she went to court. So who am I to judge how she went to? I mean, it's weird to me. Not you, Tony. It's just it's a weird thing to me how people, and I'm not saying you because you in this chat, this is a relevant that's a relevant comment to this chat.
Mhm.
But however, what I'm saying with other people, it's just like, just like taking a picture of her in Atlanta. Why? Why are we so worried about her? Is it a distraction from the current administration? Because I know Clerk Key has not been taking notes, but oh boy, I'll let you go ahead with your video.
Yeah, I think that this is not going to turn out the way people think. And I also think this is kind of weird. Everybody's excited about this one. If she go to court, about we have no minutes. We have no minutes. We have nothing for the public to even get to. They're not asking for your request, which answering for your request, which I'll approve. Because if Tiffany waved a piece of paper in the air, I think we had a couple of piece of papers being waved in the air before from the trustees. Um,
You're absolutely correct.
so now and I'm with Gardish. She's not the mayor. She's not the supervisor. Why are we focusing attention on her? This is very interesting. So could this all be, like you said, a distraction? A distraction to stop you guys won't pay attention to what else is going on.
Know that there are not official meeting minutes, Clerk Key, but are there minutes? We'll soon find out, shall we?
I think it could be just the minutes that all you gotta do is because she had to take the minutes, right? Because that's her job. So just submit the minutes that Tiffany didn't approve, and the board can approve or not approve them.
Exactly. And like Garda said, she's not the mayor. Why are we still focusing our attention on her for a piece of paper? I don't want to go too far because I don't know. I'm just gonna stop there.
Yeah, because I'm trying not to be like other people and speculate. All we're going on are the rules, the ordinances, and what really is in black and white. So let's go back to the video. Oh, sorry, guys.
Should be doing, but y'all ain't doing that. Y'all stay trying to just take people out. Like, let people be great. Let people live their life. Like, at the end of the day, been there, done that. Yes, I was the first. You will never touch that. That's my history. I was the first super mayor, and that is my name. I coined that. So I did that, and now on to the next. Bigger and better things are coming to Tiffany Henyard. So I thank God for just always loving on me, always pushing me, and I love the fact that I have stayed focused and I have not stopped working. I'm gonna continue to do that, and I'll give a special shout out to Baby Justice. I love you, Justice. Justice got a book coming out as well, so stay tuned so y'all can hear about my little bundle of joy, Miss Justice, because that's what I fight for, justice always, and that's why I named her Justice. For those that don't know that story, but I write that in the book as well. And then special thanks to my babe. Come on, hey babe. Hey, thank you for the love and keeping my mental together. So I appreciate you and love you to the fullest. Thank you for every step of the way. The support has been amazing. So thank you. And to my wonderful parents, Miss C.
Now, I just want to say that now she's going right back into that business mode, like when she tried to do Good Burger and have the store in South Suburban College, and or be a landlord. People have businesses and sometimes they go good and sometimes they fail. But Tiffany also has businesses in Calumet City right now that nobody talk about. You know, she has things going on already. So she just wasn't the mayor. She had stuff still going on.
And yeah, and that's true. And I just the only comment that I have about the failed businesses is if anybody ever ate Kentucky Fried Chicken, do y'all know how many times the Colonel failed and failed and failed before y'all got KFC? Stop it.
Yeah, that's very true. And a lot of people look at Donald Trump. How many times did he how many times did he fail and file bankruptcy? So it's so many things to think about. So she's going right back into that mogul. She's probably gonna have a reality show. She's probably gonna have a book. And why not? Everybody else has made money off her name. Why she can't make more money off her name? I say go right ahead. Um,
Y'all, I agree that of course I believe she's always trying to look like this doesn't affect her. But I think that is all of us as humans. And, once we realize that we all, we all got something in our lives that is something. So all humans are flawed, all humans are hurt, all humans got something going on. Once you know that, then you can kind of understand that, yes, absolutely, she looks like it's not affecting her. And it I believe it is a partly, partly, it is a front because, but I don't think it's in a bad way. So I just want to put that in context. I believe it's what we all do or, okay, let me not say we all, let me speak for myself. Being in a similar situation where it feels like the world is tearing you down, and I had nothing to the level that Burgundy Blue had. I had nothing to the level that Tiffany Henyard had. And I know what I went through. So in that respect, as a human, and seeing that she was able to get through this, all that politics stuff aside, she is an inspiration to me for getting through the unnecessary hatred that she had to endure. Whether she stole or not is just, you know, we haven't gotten any proof of that. So it's still innocent until proven guilty. I'm not talking about any of that. All that aside, you got a billion people calling you names. How would you feel? What would you do? What would you do? You don't know how you would react until you're in that situation. So, in that respect, I say that Tiffany Henyard is not only and will always be the first and will always be history, but she is going to be an inspiration for I don't know how long of a time to come for people like myself that has been dragged unnecessarily. And I hope, doggone, I can get through my stuff so I can get my book out too. No, just but I like for real. On a serious note, she's also an inspiration to people who have had to go through something and just feel like you don't have anybody in the whole world is against you. So all that bull aside, she's not a candidate anymore. So I don't think it's political acting. Why? She's not a she's a regular person. But aside of all that, to any human that has ever been publicly drugged through the mud, or even just in your friend group, or somebody knows how it feels to be excluded. So, yes, I believe that she should go whatever else she does. She needs to go to the schools and talk to these kids about bullying, because this woman has gone through bullying 101 through the advanced courses, and she still looks beautiful, and she didn't go postal on y'all, which is what people would have liked. Sorry.
No, and you have to remember, you are absolutely right. I second what you said. I want to go to what Tony's saying. He says she write a book. LOL. She can't read or write. LOL. What a joke. Who said she couldn't read or write? And can I say this, Tony? And this is not in defense of Tiffany Henyard. Have you heard the other people, including me and Dalton, that talk how they talk? Even the ones that sit up there on the dais on the and is it Des? I'm saying it wrong right there. But the people that sit up there with Tiffany, have you heard how they talk? And the ones at Thornton Township, have you heard how they talk? Or are you guys just focused on how Tiffany talk?
I mean, I'm sorry, if we're gonna do the talking and reading thing, then let me just start a whole stream every time Napoleon Harris has to read something. Stop. I don't have time for that, because I'm not focused on Napoleon Harris's slow reading self. So I would think whether she can read or write, we got AI, we got text to speech. It's a billion ways she can write a book. Whether she can read or write, I don't even think that's now that one. I don't think is relevant. So there.
Anybody could do that, but I'm just saying, I think that they ignore how the other people talk. People saying ain't, can't, wank. They up there, uh, ain't, they doing the same thing Tiffany do, but because she's been put on a microscope, like under a microscope, then
I'm
it's a
sorry.
problem.
I
Mhm.
think I've heard worse. I think the worst that I have heard was the potential human trafficking comment by Trustee Kiana Belcher, saying that she would sell Tiffany. You know
What?
the person is that human trafficking? Yeah, she said that in a board meeting.
Oh, I gotta get to
So,
that.
like, y'all don't want like, come on now, don't. We talking about this video right here. So
And I'm sorry, Tiffany got a list and Jason got the same list. And nobody say nothing because it's a man versus a woman. If Tiffany was not being hard, like if she would cry, everybody would laugh at her. If a man cried, they'll feel sorry for him. And that's just the way life is.
Facts.
All right, let's finish. Oh, sorry. She was talking. Oh, and I'm happy that the baby would have a book. Now, the people that sitting up there thinking the baby gonna have a book about politics, I don't think nothing like that. The little baby was doing the bill on Capitol Hill, and it could just be just a little. What's that? The little picture books, something just cute. Y'all that think that justice is gonna write War and Peace are insane. Okay, let's go. I now say that. I'm like, y'all know it would just be a cute little book. Mommy, it could be Mommy and Me. And what she experienced being Tiffany Henyard's daughter. Oh, and Kamal. I want to get to that. Why are we more concerned about Kamal relationship? We have never heard from the wife. Have we ever, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, have we ever heard from the wife?
No.
She hasn't said nothing. She's still living her life, having her businesses, doing her thing. She says nothing. So why are we worried about it?
Everybody seems to me more angry than she is. That's what's crazy. I am more angry than she is. And also, as far as Justice's book, I love it. I love it. And the only thing that I have to add is y'all better hope it's a Mommy and Me book, because if it's a book about feelings, ooh, and how
Oh
adults
no.
and how adults make children feel, honey, bye.
Yeah, because people dying to say that, see that baby, and I'm so glad Tiffany doesn't bring the baby. She used to bring the baby everywhere with her, everywhere, and you guys can't deny that. I'm so glad she doesn't bring the baby out with her anymore. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not safe. People hate her so much, like they're saying they want to hang her. So no.
Over waving a piece of paper, over waving an email, over waving an email. But okay.
They want to hang this lady. Don't bring your daughter out. No.
Always, and that's why I named her Justice, for those that don't know that story. But I write that in the book as well. And then special thanks to my bae. Come on, hey babe. Hey, thank you for the love and keeping my mental together. So I appreciate you and love you to the fullest. Thank you for every step of the way. The support has been amazing. So thank you. And to my wonderful parents, Mrs. and Mr. Henyard. Yeah. Y'all stay tuned because he got like a little goat coming out. You're going to get the goat from Rome real soon. So stay tuned, Mr. Henyard. He likes to stay on that grill. For those that haven't had goat before, it's really good, spicy. That will be coming out as well. But I just wanted to get on here and just say thank y'all. Everything was amazing today.
Now, I know people that eat goat, but I'm not eating no goat. I'm just letting y'all know. They sell goat at the local Jamaican restaurant, though. I wonder if they're Jamaican. You think Tiffany's Jamaican?
You know, you know what? I didn't even think about that, because I was noting how that's one other thing that they could never do was blame her mom. Looks like nice two-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't think her parents worked for the village. I think that they just did their own thing and let their baby be the mayor. I could be wrong, but yeah, but I'm not eating no goat. But I heard it's good. I'm just not eating it.
I will try goats, okay? I think I've tried it once before. I don't remember, but I will try it.
Oh no. Okay, well you let me know. So see, and she said it's spicy. But I did hear that her dad can cook. I did hear that. So let's see.
Amazing today. I was very successful as always. So I just want to thank y'all and thank God for always, like, keeping my angels around me and keeping me protected at all time and all costs. So thank you, because what somebody mean for evil, he always turn around for good for me. So I thank him for that. And I always tell y'all, stay prayed up, keep God first. Talk to him on a daily basis. I know some of y'all don't go to church. You don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God. So please just keep him first in whatever you do. Pray on it before you go. And don't tell everything that you're doing until the ink dry. Okay? because you got these haters and these people that pray against what you are speaking into existence. But you have to speak things into existence so that it can prevail. So remember that, guys, and just stay positive because life is too short. Love on those that loving on you back, and pay attention to the people in your camp. Because I had a ton of Judases in my camp. I kid you not, a ton of them. And I speak to that a lot. I just want to say again, thank you so much for loving on me. Thank you. Yeah, we still out here. I'm finna leave now, so thank you. But I'm going to do my pretty girl walk like this. This. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here go back. You speak, bye? All right, guys. Till next time, I will be announcing and telling y'all about my book tour, so you can go on and do your pre-orders for yours truly, Tiffany Henyard. It's been an uphill battle, but hey, they didn't know I was made for this. They tried and tried and tried, but I still prevailed. Like I told y'all, I will be, and I am. The finish is gonna rise, and I'm constantly rising. So thanks again for the love. Till next time, I'll see you later. Thank you for everything.
And Tiffany has a lot of supporters because that Facebook was going off. People were like, yes, 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 we're here for you. And it's interesting to see because if she feels like she has Judas's in her camp, and let's just think, we don't know anything. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But if people saw what was happening to her, they may fear what can happen to them. Like I always say, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I just want to see exactly what she stole. We all heard it on Martin G. Johnson's Live, where a former trustee, well, a current trustee now, called in and Martin said, what did she steal? And what was the response? Choose. Do you remember?
I remember that one. Oh yeah, the response was, well, no, well, she misappropriation. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the verbatim or?
Yeah, it was like, we don't want to talk about that. So let's go to the board meeting. Thank you, Choose, to the board meeting on why she's going to court for right now. So let's go to that. Hit the like button, you guys. Ooh, did I miss it? Let's see. Because this is very important to know why she's going to court now and what they're requesting.
And why y'all want to hang her for even in court? Like we're gonna say that you figuratively mean that. Even if you do, it's just it wasn't a good look, especially when you see what y'all those people are after her for.
Yeah. And I want to say this, I'm not ragging on the big YouTubers or the people who channels really significantly grew talking about Tiffany Henyard. I'm not ragging on you. I think my only gripe, if you will, or my only complaint would be when you ignore everything else. Tiffany could be the worst person, but y'all didn't even report on we trying to take the Pope house. We stealing all the stuff from the Pope house. uh what's the other thing? The cleaning lady, we didn't blame the cleaning lady. It's only Tiffany and the cleaning lady fault. Y'all was blaming Tiffany for not having sound in the Zoom. It was Tiffany's fault.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, and I'm just gonna say this because I'm really, and this isn't to anybody specifically in this chat. This is just something that's been on my mind for a long time as I listen to a lot of different people and I look at comments, and it's like if we want to do all this to Tiffany and we say we don't care about Tiffany, um, she's not human, and all of that stuff, because people don't say it. Some people don't say it maliciously. It's just like, we don't care about Tiffany Henyard. Here's the thing: if you don't care about Tiffany Henyard, you don't care about the residents, because guess what? She's a resident now. So if you feel that way about her, your feelings could change, and now you can feel that way about any other one of the residents. Me, I care about Tiffany. I care about Jason, Brittany, Kiana, Edward, Steve, Muhammad. Um, who else? Stan. I even pray for Andrew Holmes. Okay? So what this is about for me is, again, it's the level of psychopathy here. Like, why are we, how do we not care about one human, but we care about these humans? Y'all gotta stop. We have to do better. We have to do better. We are souls living in a freaking body. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired of people being like, I don't care about Tiffany Henyard. I don't care about her. Blah, blah, blah. If you don't care about her, you don't care about Jason House either. But the people that really want to make this right, we care about all of them. So,
Absolutely. Um, Hold on one second. You are so because it's the same administration, right? It's the same administration. It's nothing different. So I want to go to this comment, and I challenge this comment. Please give your response. You're welcome to jump on. Um, this is a great comment right here. Um, the book's title will read "The Complete Idiot's Guide on How to Become the Worst Mayor in the Entire Country."
okay, and if it
Okay.
is, it's her book. If it is, I'm sorry, because I don't want to
No,
debate.
go
Like,
ahead.
I don't want to sit up here. Okay, if that's the title, it's her title, and that's what she'll get paid from. Next slide.
Oh, I would love to debate this because I think it's easy. How did she become mayor? Who told us to vote for her? Who was standing right beside her? Jason House, Mary Avant, Dwayne Muhammad, Stan Brown, Clerk Key, everybody on her slate. Everybody on her slate. So if she couldn't read or write, why did they push Tiffany to become mayor? That's my only thing. If Tiffany could not read or write, I don't think she learned the day after she got inaugurated. Why did they push her to become mayor?
She would have had to not know how to read for 8 years before that.
Nice. Oh my
I,
goodness. 8 years. No, I'm asking. I'm just asking. Thank you, Conscious, for being there in the background. This is all I'm asking. If Tiffany, did you guys ever look at who endorsed her? Did you ever look at the dream team? So if she was so bad,
I thought that
right?
was an answer. I was like, Mary Avant, Jason House, Stan Brown, all the people that's against her. Mary Avant stood there with Tiffany Henyard. And then you changed your mind less than 1 month later. You know why? Because all y'all was with Riley and y'all
Yeah.
did send Jason. Jason is the Judas that we talking about here. Oh,
Sherry, all of them. They all said, "Hey, y'all vote for this person. This is the person for us." And now look at it now. Who's back in the ring? And all those people are against Riley Rogers. And now who's on the zoning committee?
oh, that's Riley Rogers.
Oh, that's Riley Rogers. Okay, I'm just asking. All right, let's go to what got Tiffany here. Sorry, I was long winded. I just love to talk about this part. Like, no, if we're going to talk about it, let's just really talk about it.
Yeah, it was Mary up there, right? I mean, with the, hey, it's on the village. You know what? First of all, y'all need to stop looking at the, I mean, not stop. I'm not telling anybody to stop looking at the Dalton Trustees page. What I'm saying is there has always been an official Village of Dalton YouTube page and web page. So you might want to go to the Village of Dalton. Just type out at Village of Dalton, and you'll come to the official channel where all the board meetings sit with no minutes. Well, I'm going to say no official minutes, Clerk Key.
And that's just what it is. Like when we talk about it, let's talk about it. I gotta play it. Hold on, gotta play it. I'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Mary Avon. I'm a 20-year resident of Dalton. I ran for mayor in 2013. I ran for trustee in 2017. I am here seeking your support in getting a change for Dalton. I would ask you to support me in electing Tiffany Henyard as mayor and her dream team for change.
My name is Stanley Brown. I'm a 30-year resident here in the village of Dalton, a very, very strong stakeholder here. I ran and I sat in the seat as a trustee from 2013 through 2017. Also, I ran for mayor. I ask that you help support me in this team to support Tiffany Henyard for mayor and her dream team for change.
Hello, my name is Robert Hunt, and I'm a former trustee for the village of Dalton. I have been an 11-year citizen in the village of Dalton. I'm here to support Tiffany Henyard for mayor and her dream team for change.
Hi, Dwayne Muhammad, a 22-year resident of the village of Dalton, and I'm here to support Tiffany Henyard. I was a former trustee and also ran for mayor, but today we're all united to support Tiffany Henyard for mayor and her dream team for change.
Now I ask you to assist me and this beautiful team in electing Tiffany Henyard for mayor, punch 2. Allison P. for clerk, punch 5. For trustees, Kiana Belcher, punch 11. Kevin Bowens, punch 12. And Jason House, punch 13.
Now I just want to know. Hold on, let's go a little further.
Now again, look at this. What do you see here? You see a group of people who ran, who are still concerned and want change that only Tiffany and the dream team can bring you. So what's me be?
So I'm just asking, out of this group, out of that group, did she know how to read then? Was she saying alizations then? Probably so. Definitely so.
And you know what? Based on this, I guess I would agree with Mary that the only way for change was with Tiffany and people that would work with her.
Okay.
But I know this Mary front and center. So, and this is just purely a behavioral analysis of a level 1 person. So I have just enough experience.
You doing
But
great.
she's front and center with, support Tiffany. And kind of the same way she's been front and center against her. You would think that somewhere between whenever this was made and whatever allegedly went wrong, you would think that Mary could have de-escalated it and helped with all of her police experience and advisory experience. How is it that she could not de-escalate the situation? Tiffany was so powerful that people had to reach out to social media to say how bad she was. Wow, that's kind of weak. But I thought strong. But anyway.
So I'm just saying, this is very interesting to see now. So when you guys are saying, oh, Tiffany can't read or write, you have to look at the people that told everyone who to vote for her. And you have to hold people accountable. And then you could go into all the bashing you want to into Tiffany Henyard, if that's your prerogative. But make sure you have a response for how did she get here in the first place, right? So let's get to this meeting. That's the subject of why she's going to court.
Out there. Why? Because y'all get here, people scared to come and do work in our village. We are a village, guys. This ain't no mom and pop store. We supposed to be known for paying our bills, our vendors, not sitting here and pointing out who we gonna take out. We don't do that, but y'all do. Call her out.
Hey, clerk, for verification, this is
we done with discussion. Call her out.
Clerk, is this with amendments? I'm talking to the
Clerk Key.
This is this vote for trustee? Thank you. Thanks, clerk. I appreciate it. Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
No.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, here we go. Also too, y'all know I'm the receipts lady, right? I always got paper trail for all of them. They were saying that they credit card that we line. Here's the proof right here. An email stating that they canceled the doggone credit card
Well, send it
from
to
the
us
bank.
so
Don't
we
worry
can
about. I'm gonna
see
give
it.
it to all y'all, including the public. But my point to y'all is stop believing the lies. They lie so much up here. It don't make no sense. Like I said, every night I gotta prove my love. Every night I gotta show y'all what it is. It's sad. They lie because they can't beat me. I keep telling you, they trying to run a campaign on lies.
Well, okay. A campaign on lies. Yeah, well, we'll see because nothing has been proven yet. Andrew Holmes has not even gotten a jaywalking ticket. Tiffany hasn't gotten a paper cut. Okay. And it's millions and trillions of dollars to be spent. I mean, to be, talked about. Um, so that's the piece of paper I think they want. But I want to go to
Oh,
a piece.
that's
I think that yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, choose.
paper that has the or had the super server hyping everybody up. That's the piece of paper that we want to, you know, I don't know, make the whole house of cards fall because the Edgar County watchdogs watched her wave this. That's what this is about, people. If anybody missed what that clip was about, that's what she had to go to court for.
And I think it was appropriate for her to plead the fifth, actually, because at this time, who's sitting right next to her? Keith Freeman. So we don't know if the email went to Tiffany, Keith Freeman, but for dang sure Tiffany don't have access to her email. She didn't even have it at the end days of her being a mayor. So I think it's appropriate to plead the fifth in this case.
I don't even think she did plead the fifth. I think from what I read in the Sun Times that they were like, she doesn't even, she doesn't have access to anything. How is she gonna pull an email from her old account? Oh, she was just hanging on to that piece of paper. Is that what this was supposed to be? She was just hanging on to that one piece of paper. And if she was, it must be a good dang on reason. Get them shirts out. Y'all going to jail.
Now, wait. Now, I want to agree with White. I'm saying allegedly. Wyoming, thanks for correcting me. Allegedly, this is what I'm thinking is a piece of paper. Wyoming said, how do we know that's a piece of paper?
Oh, the Sun Times and everybody, I was watching the news. They covered all this, and it literally says, and it says it's in the lawsuit as well. If you look, I went to look at the lawsuit, the actual Edgar County Watchdogs versus the Village of Dalton. Looked at it. Yes, it was a piece of paper that she held up during a January board meeting. This is the only January board meeting that we see happened. So,
Oh, okay.
so
Thank you for
y'all
that.
can say allegedly. I'm saying it's a fact of what I saw in black and white on a lawsuit. So there, I'm gonna say based on what I saw in the actual lawsuit, it specifically says during the January 2024 meeting, she held up a piece of paper referencing canceling the credit cards, and that's what they want per the piece of
Oh,
paper.
well, thank you, Choose. There we have it. Thank you. See, it pays to have smart friends. And I did take
Oh,
child development
oh,
in Thornridge. So maybe I have a little psychology. I took child development. That's it.
you do, and you know that's why for instance, that's why I always say this is my opinion, because if I'm saying it's my opinion, it's me saying what I think, feel, or believe. But when I'm saying it's a fact, that means go look up Edward County Watchdogs versus Village of Dalton, who actually would now be Jason House, but either way, whatever. Look at the lawsuit. This is exactly what it references. While she says that they canceled the credit card, or someone canceled the credit cards in June. That's what she's holding up. That's what the lawsuit says.
All right, one time for choose. We got to do it, you guys. You know what time it is because I missed it. So let's go.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Man, if we only took a second, because I missed all that choose. Thank you. If we only took a second. Ooh. All right, so y'all heard it here. So that's what they want. Now, let's go to another paper that people have been trying to FOIA, okay? And they have not gotten a response. Let's go.
First off, have we received the $6.8 million?
Keep going on your questions.
Are you going to answer?
Keep going with the questions because that got nothing to do with the bills. So
that's grant money that was already, but okay, so everybody would know that that's the answer because it's not being answered. But on May 3rd, we received the email from Bert Costanza and Carberry, which says that we owe them $4,501.27. They've been requesting this since August 28th, 2023. We once again get here. I don't recall them being on the warrant list. So there's an issue that we pick and choose who we're putting on the warrant list, who we're not putting on the warrant list. What really drew my concern was that someone sent us an email and then we actually spoke to this person on the phone. And the email reads, "Thanks for your call this morning. Per our conversation, see the attached. This engineering firm was hired and has a proposal signed by Mr. Freeman. His invoice number is 1092. He is saying that we owe him $7,482. So, of course, I asked what was it in reference to. He said that Mr. Freeman contacted him with the help of Ron Smith, who was the engineer, saying that they needed a proposal for 15022 Lincoln. Now, I'm concerned because 15022 Lincoln is not our property to my knowledge. So why would we be paying a bill for $7,482? I do know that as being a village that we do have to go through proper protocols and we don't have certified people to do this. But after reading, it says my email to the engineer on record on 11/21/2023 indicating our findings and concerns with the request for missing information or corrected drawings to be sent. A letter of our architect indicating numerous deficient items I highlighted for some of your review. The letter of our mechanical engineer indicating deficiency in items for your review. Again, we strongly recommend the construction stop immediately until such time these items are addressed by our architect on record. Now, I'm concerned because the man keep calling about his money and it's never been on the warrant list, but I'm more concerned that beautiful big building at 15022 is not structurally sound because there's a 12-page report that says there are all these issues. So my question, and this is discussion, is somebody please call this man about his $7,000, which I don't understand why the owner would not be paying for this. And then what are we doing in reference to all of these? Has anybody followed up about all of these concerns about their property?
Okay. So a couple of people have asked for the 12-page report, got no response via FOIA. I guess that is eligible for a lawsuit. A couple of people have asked for the back of the $500,000 check if it was endorsed. They have not gotten a response. A couple of people have asked. Now this is the one that really gets me. You got the 12-page report, no one gave it to you. You got the back of the check, no one gave it to you. They asked for the full contract, not just the signed portion, the full contract of the Tahoe. No one gives it to you. And the most people have asked for how much has the recall cost. You haven't gotten it. How much was the recall? Nobody knows.
Oh yeah, I was one of the ones that asked that on behalf of someone in my family in Dalton. So I remember that one. There are a couple of FOIAs that didn't get answered, and then there was a couple of FOIAs that I would like to say. Well, there was one actually that I got a response, and then I looked back because reading Rainbow. And I looked back and I was like, wow, this is the same response that got Mary Kay Dugan, the former clerk, in trouble with the Attorney General.
Well, I got a response for my FOIA. I'll put it on my community wall, and it was just ghetto. And I was like, what is this? Can you put this on a letterhead? It was weird.
Mine wasn't on a letterhead either. It was just an email, but then it literally said the same thing that Mary Kay Dugan has sent out, during Riley's time. So same little non-thing that really says nothing. And you know what? I'll post mine up on my community wall as well.
So they do not have to tell us who the FOIA officers are, but I'm sure it's not Tiffany. Okay. Lastly, I think that was all I wanted to play. I wanted to just show you guys the comparisons of that. And lastly, what the news is saying is going on. Let's go to that part because it's always fun to see what the news is saying. So they have Tiffany in court, and what's going on?
Tiffany Henyard, former.
Let's go. Oh, before I do this, I wanted to play the old Tiffany. That's what it was. So you guys saw the Tiffany sitting up there like, come on, call the roll. Let's play how it started at first.
Of how it started.
All right. Now, just a little preface. This is a whole tea with the trustees where everybody is trying to recall her. And she just had started, what was it, like 4 months? I think it was 4 months. And they are trying to recall her, and she still comes into this meeting. Next to her is Nikita. Okay.
I want to address a couple of things. One, the recall. I don't think any elected official should ever be recalled for their seat, especially when they ain't done anything wrong as relates to corruption, theft, bribery, kickbacks, or anything. Don't get me wrong. As a board member, I know deep in my heart the differences between bickering, fighting amongst each other. I've been on that board for 8 years. 8 years, and I went back and forth with several different people on that board. But no one recalled anyone because at the end of the day, you are elected by the people. I got over 82% of the vote here in the village of Dalton. So that means that the people voted me in. Now, it may be some people that may not like me, just like it's some people that may not like the trustees. But at the end of the day, I would never recall them. That's why you don't see me doing it. And I don't think that they should be able to recall me. I've earned my seat. I've earned my stripes, and I've been in this village over 30 some years. I grew up here. So for those of you that saying recall, I think that's unfair to me and unfair to my family because I did nothing wrong. I've earned my seat just like everyone that ran with me earned their seat. As relates to anything going on in the village, I'm not afraid to open up Village Hall. We have orders by the governor, and I will post a letter this week since everybody feel that I'm scared to open up Village Hall. We cannot open because every time it's a new variant. I guess people want to be sick. And I was afraid to bring my daughter here because they young. They immune system not as strong as ours. So at the end of the day, we cannot open up Village Hall until after the 11th of December is what the letter states. He extended it last month. He extended it again this month. More than likely, he's going to extend it again. My goal is to open up Village Hall come the beginning of the year, January 3rd is my goal to open up Village Hall going into the new year. And as or anything like that, I have a big base. I have a lot of people that actually support me and like what I'm doing in this community. So some of you say that I'm doing a lot of bad things. I'm not. I'm doing a lot of great things in the village of Dalton. A lot of things got done within 6 months as me being in office as mayor, over 8 years of the ex-mayor being in office. So no one can sit here and say that I'm not doing what's needed for the people. Everything's getting done as it relates to streets, alleys we never done, sidewalks, tree trimming. Everything's getting done as it relates to the crime in town. We have been doing foot patrol. We've been doing a lot of outreach to community. And I commend Andrew Holmes because Andrew Holmes are always supporting everyone's events. And he always on the street. Me and him door knock, we walk. So when everybody keep on blasting each other, it's not fair. You guys say y'all want unity, but here we go, and it's like a little mini hate group. That's not cool. If we all people and we all Christian and we all say we forgive each other, you guys supposed to do the same thing. So me walking in here just showing me what people think, and that's why I came to get your opinion. But at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to an opinion, a suggestion, but at the end of the day, we're supposed to talk to each other and figure out how to fix it, not bash one another left or right. You don't see me bashing any of you. All I do is come, I talk to you, and I try to fix whatever the problem is that someone may have, and that's life. Life is trial and error. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. Ain't nothing gonna go right within your first year in office, because as anybody know, I'm new to being mayor. I'm not new to being in government, just like it's a lot of trustees new to being trustees. That's why you always hear me say, learn your position, just like I'm learning my position. So all I'm saying to you guys here in this room today, you have to give me a chance. You have to sit here and see what happens coming forward. You can't just always be upset at things that don't go right all the time. I'll be upset when stuff don't go right, but at the end of the day, I'm your leader. As your leader, I vow to make sure I protect the village of Dalton and do what's right. I have a 2-year-old daughter to raise here, and I guarantee you I'm going to make it better because I want to raise her here. Because if I didn't, we would move. But right now, we're planted here in the village of Dalton. So thank everybody for the comments. I have another engagement. If anybody needs toys or anybody need anything, please come over to Thornridge High School. We will be there from 11 to 2 p.m. And my voice a little hoarse. I've been talking all week. I just want everybody to know how I felt. And I still love everybody in here. And you still can reach out to me. My number 708-297-6859. Again, 708-297-6859 if you need anything.
Hold on, Mayor.
Now watch this, y'all. Watch this, and y'all give me your honest opinion.
You honest. This is the constituents. It's the same thing that we deal with as a board. I understand you're the mayor, but you can't talk down to people. You gotta be. What? Did anybody feel she talked down to them? Okay, I'm telling you how they feeling. I'm telling you how we feel.
Who head was that?
And this, y'all, let me tell you something. This bring me to Harvey. Harvey, Illinois ain't playing that. Dalton, sheep. Sorry. Definitely. Harvey ain't going. Harvey not going with that. It was so, she just invited them to come get toys. She asked them to give them a chance. And she walked into a room where they're recalling her 6 months into her office. And she's like, hey, y'all, you got to give me a chance. My daughter here, I'm here. I'm trying to work with you. Look what we did. And hey, if you want to, come get some toys. I have a lot of events today. and then it's, you can't talk down to them.
To the first person to talk, Edward Steve Muhammad. Like, she just said everything she had to say, which, yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with that. And then you're like, oh, the president, how many people think she talked down? Okay, first of all, that whatever her talking down to someone, if you feel that way, you talking about yourself. You trying from that. That was the moment that I knew that Edward Steve Muhammad, who is just Edward Steve, I don't understand it. I don't know, but that was the moment that I knew that um you have a personal problem with Tiffany, because as mayor, she wouldn't be talking to everybody. She would be talking to you all.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's really interesting, right? Like, and then let me tell you guys something, like, oh, right quick. Just because I let you guys have freedom of speech, you're not going to insult anybody, and that's including anybody. So if you guys have to keep on throwing insults out here, just leave. You know, that doesn't solve anything. We're having a discussion.
And, and the reason that I would prefer, you all just, make a conscious, good afternoon, conscious, make a conscious choice to just say, hey, this chat isn't for me. And I don't say that. Well, let me say, I say that in the interest of humans, including the ones that come in to distract and say things. Because every time you name call or you start to judge and put someone down, that affects your critical thinking. So I just want to leave it with that.
Especially bottom line with no facts. Nothing has been done. Now, when Tiffany leaves in handcuffs, then you guys go ahead, free range. Y'all haven't even gotten meeting minutes. A YouTube video is not the meeting minutes, okay? You have to get those things to see. Just like everybody is screaming. My favorite thing that they scream, um, Tiffany fired Stephanie Wiederman. Read the minutes. Go to Thornton Township and read the minutes and see who fired Stephanie Wiederman. I'll tell you who didn't fire her, Chris Gonzalez. I can tell you that. So this is a little bit of 6 months in. 6 months in. You got anything else to say, Choose? I just wanted to share this point of what was going on, and if people are just hating on her because it's the cool thing to do. It's the fun. Look at the people that's out there really banging and being mean and bullying. It's a lot of seniors. It's a lot of seniors that's supposed to be leaders of our community that's bullying this one person. And when you got the world against you, what you gonna do?
And I saw, well, only other thing that I have is I saw one hand go up, and I don't know whose head that is. Somebody confirm, but it don't matter who. But it one hand went up, one hand. So,
And how
like,
easy it was. We're giving you free toys. You're in the Dalton Park District where we're giving you free food, free toys. And didn't you feel like she talked down to you? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Where's my gift bag?
I should put him at the high school. Should have put him right him here. But yeah, I just think that the bottom line is that right there was everything that she said was let's talk. You know what I'm saying? She admitted to mistakes. So while everyone is like, oh, she's a narcissist, whatever mistakes, obviously she's like, hey, me too. She about the learning thing. She explained when I say let me educate y'all or learn. No, she said when I say learn y'all positions is because I'm learning mine. So early on, this was the way Tiffany was talking. She was admitting to being a new mayor. She said, yeah, I've been a trustee, but I've never been a mayor. So, but where was give her grace? Give her grace. There was no give her grace at the first board meeting, at the second board meeting. There was no give her grace in them comments.
It
So
was none. It was none.
again, cities create psychopathic behavior. Cities create people, and they shape people. So I don't know anyone who could just from jump after having a baby being postpartum, because we ain't even putting the postpartum part in there. Now she really could have lost, you know what I'm saying? Like she could have been going to a depression just from being postpartum. You just had a baby and you fighting everybody. Like, no, I commend her for what she said. And the only last thing that I have to add is she said, like, I'm not going to slander. I'm not, I'm not doing that. We're supposed to talk. Hey, however people perceive her, she did not go and tell everybody little personal business. She didn't do all that, what they doing. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, she did not go out there and tell everybody personal business like they try to do her. Or they try to do civilians, like they try to grab me up, you know what I mean? Or Mama Hill and things like that. Like that's crazy. Um, it's so interesting to see this because people are always in that group and gang mentality. And when it's not cool, you don't want to speak to somebody. Like people, they don't speak to me, which I don't care because I find it really weird because it's always people older than me. I be like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to learn from you. But it's always older people. Oh, well, I saw you and you didn't speak. Well, if you saw me, maybe I didn't see you. So like if I see somebody, I'm running over. Like when I see somebody, I'm running over saying hi. Like when I saw Stephanie, I'm like, hello, Gardis, hello. I'm always the first to speak to everybody. If I see you, but if I didn't see you, what you want me to do? Here, when I'm getting to Tiffany, it's like, I'm not talking down to you. Yeah, y'all. Then don't you feel like she's talking down? It was not one thing she said to the constituents to talk down on them other than give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. You know, and
Knows that. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, and Edward Steve Muhammad always talks about, his social media savviness. He would know this is a distraction. So keep that in mind.
yeah, it's a total distraction. So now the question is, why is no one holding anyone else feet to the fire? It's like we should wait, right? We should just wait. So how many years? So every time something comes up, it's going to be the previous administration.
Oh, yes. And one last thing. I'm sorry. This is also the meeting where Dan Lee asked y'all, why don't we just wait? Dan Lee is the man that is an elder that you all should have listened to, would have saved the village however many hundreds of thousands of dollars were spent. So, when I look at stuff like that too, I'm looking at the people who are not listening to their elders unless it suits them. So they weren't listening to Dan until it suited them to, let Dan speak. And so I don't like that. But Dan, thank you, Dan, for trying to save the village. And that's what I'm saying. You have to love everybody or care about everybody, not just, oh, we don't care about Tiffany, but we care about the residents. No. Thank you, Dan Lee, for bringing that up because hashtag Dan to Dan, y'all wouldn't have been even more in a deficit.
Yeah, let's play that, and then let's watch how they take the mic from him when he says that. Let's go. Look, spoiler alert.
We're so quote unquote supposed to be servants of the people. So I'm gonna come around, give us your input of what's going on in the village, what you see, and what you think about quote unquote the recall, the arguments on the board meetings, anything, okay? Who wants to go first? By the show of hand. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee raised your hand first.
Good morning. As a longtime Dalton resident, since 1989, I've lived in Dalton. I've gone through several mayors, and I have never, ever I never thought I would see a situation where we can't even have in-person meetings. That makes no sense whatsoever. That's the opposite of transparency. Testing, testing. Okay, sorry about that. And in my view, I understand there's everybody knows there's a pandemic going on, but damn near every city in America still manages to have meetings. Everybody can come up with vaccination, proof of vaccinations. Everybody can wear masks. There is no excuse for us not to have in-person board meetings. That is the way we keep in touch with our government.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Shoes. I'm laughing. Go ahead, please.
Pause it for a minute. All right. So, Dan, I think what Dan Lee did not understand at the time was that different states had different mandates on when things could open up. So, this is why I never like to reference, and this is just in my own personal life, I don't like to reference what someone else is doing, what this place, because that's not where we are. We have to go by what our governor said. So, in the case of Illinois, there was nothing that Tiffany could have done except break the governor's laws. I mean, I'm confused. Y'all want her to break laws or you don't want her to break laws? But it's just, this is where one of the first misunderstandings with Dan Lee, I believe, came in. Tiffany had nothing to do with Village Hall being closed. That was a mandate from everybody's governor who could say when, who opens, who is a essential worker. I was in government. That's how I know. I mean, maybe I'm just gonna have to reveal who I like anyway. But different anyway. It's just she had to go by what
Yeah.
You were mistaken in that about, gotta have Zoom, and yeah, that's how most governments made it. If you actually look on the internet, all the way through like even 2023, people are still having Zoom meetings. Some people. So I think that was a big misunderstanding with she closed Village Hall. Your governor did that.
Yeah, and then it's like, man, because it makes me, and I'm sorry I had to laugh, you guys, because it makes me think about everything from this day on, they blame just on her. Everything. Like, it's, first of all, y'all probably shouldn't please don't let me find out anybody got sick after this meeting. You probably shouldn't have been up in there at that time, that close together, sitting at those tables. Okay, let's go.
Even with that, they're not wiping off the microphones. They don't have a little microphone condoms on. All the stuff that I know that we put in place, people start actually making the little condoms for the microphones, and then you take them off and throw them away, and the next person comes and you wipe it off. So they're not even doing that. If everybody would have got sick and died in Dalton, that would have been the governor's fault, but they would have blamed who? Tiffany still. But anyway, I just really wanted to exactly Mike Rule. I'm sorry, I looked at Mike Rule's comment.
Hey, Mike.
He was one of those unfortunate essential workers. So see, yes, there was a process by which things were opening up, and they had to determine who the essential workers were. And then, it was just, and this is it was separate in every state. So, Dan Lee, I'm so sorry that, no one explained that to you, because I think you could have really helped save all that money that was spent.
Yeah, because what they did was get everybody together for a nice meal and stuff. But really, this is campaigning. and trying to get them to sign off and vote on the recall, right?
Getting caught in 4K. Basically, that's what it is. It's getting caught in 4K trying to get her out, and she walked in. I would have, man. See, I'm not, and I know Tiffany's younger than me, and I think back in what is that 2020, 2021? I no, I wouldn't have been as smooth as Tiffany. I would have walked in like I'm putting cases on all you. So I think she handled that rather gracefully.
I think she did too, but she came in for the people. Hey, y'all, when you finish here, come on over to Thornridge and get some more stuff for your kids. That was pretty cool. Okay, let's see what he says.
And to not have that, it's just like we have a dictatorship rather than a government, and I'm really ashamed of it. I mean, I'm disgusted.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Testing, testing. Mr. House asked me what I thought about the recall. Now, I'm okay with recalls, but I think at this juncture, I don't think it's necessarily a good idea simply because most of us have election fatigue. A lot of, and in 2 more years, it's going to take a while to put the recall together. It's going to be expensive. I think the recall should be the next election. That's just my opinion. I understand, a recall might be in order, but I don't think that we don't have the time for that right now. We need to put together an agenda, get the candidates lined up, make that our recall, and we'll be much better prepared in 2 years than we would be right now.
Thank you for your input. Thank you. Anybody who's next? Who's next? Right here. Hold on.
They was like, next. Yeah, I agree with Dan Lee, and it would have saved the taxpayers a whole lot of money because they got buses and flags and posters and billboards, and they got it and paid lawyers, and it just cost us a whole lot of money.
Something new every time I watch.
Mm-hmm. What you saw something new now, or?
Dan Lee said Jason House asked his thoughts on a recall.
Mm-hmm.
Jason House, you are Judas Iscariot. Wow.
Oh,
That's
Well, I want to do a video on because it's so funny. I always get emails where people are like, "Oh, hey Berg, you're just supporting Tiffany so that you could get a job, right?" So I wanted to do a video on how many people you saw stand up on the meetings and how many of them got positions and jobs in Dalton.
oh, that would be a great. I'll be first in line waiting.
So like the speech they made at the podium, and then my favorite thing is the fight for the township, because every time I interview somebody, people are like, "No, I'm not interested in getting a job. No, I don't want to run for anything."
Right.
And they all did, and it's okay. But I mean, why not just say that in the first place? And it makes me think: where was everybody just getting that was fighting to just take over? Because Tiffany wasn't letting some people in that really wanted to be in. I don't know. It's just things that make you go,
If I could give and this is my opinion, so it's not a fact, it's not in black and white, it's just what Choose thinks. The reason I was gonna go to the Take Back the Township rally, and this is just my personal story. And then I'm like, who are we taking it back from? It's not the civil rights era. This is not, so who are we taking it back from, and who are we trying to give it to? Fortunately for me, I've learned to ask when someone does something. I'm like, okay, what is the person's goal? And take it back from what and from whom? So I couldn't, because I couldn't come up with a definitive answer on that myself, I couldn't attend. And I didn't feel like, I didn't feel any kind of way. It was just like, I don't know why I would go. It was just literally just that, like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm not clear on the goal.
Yeah, that's true. And I think that's why history is so important. The take back the township, yeah, from who? Um and give it to who, right? You are so right. And I love that aspect. And I love something I saw on Conscious Channel yesterday where it showed in Dalton politics 1 year ago they were trying to take down one channel exactly 1 year ago today. And then they tried to take down her channel, I guess, exactly 1 year ago today. And it's like, if these people are so great and so good, what could someone as small as me or as small as Conscious, what we're just, people could just ignore us and block us and call it a day. What's the threat? This is very interesting to me. What's the threat where you have to be taken down? You have to take something back. It has to be only me, mine. If these people are so great, it should be easy peasy, right?
You should. Well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to speak for myself. That is how I, kind of look at situations. I look at, okay, who's the loudest here? And there is no secret that, my family is like, who is this crazy lady that, is stealing everyone's money? And I'm like, the new mayor? But as I listen to who was the loudest, I'm like, okay, I'm with it. I'm with it until, you once you hear one lie, you're like, okay, let me not judge, but listen. So that's how I came to my conclusion. You have to listen when people are being drowned out. That's when you want to pay attention to what's really going on. When you got every single news outlet that is, and this is not just Tiffany, this is anything. You have every single news outlet covering one thing and something else is going on behind the back in the background. And I will give you a totally different example. There was a whole bunch of news that I remember watching all the news stories about, oh my gosh, it's a drone, it's a drone, it's a drone. And they spent however many days talking about this drone. And then, oh my goodness, Biden has pardoned Hunter and the whole doggone family. And so that I can, a whole separate example that has nothing to do with Tiffany Henyard or the township. It is a big reason to pay attention to when everybody's talking about the same thing. Try to find a different, see what somebody else is saying. It doesn't make it right, but at least you have, like Burgundy Blue says, all sides.
Yeah, I tell everybody, listen to everyone and form your own opinion. Just don't go with the group. That's why comments are welcome, but I don't let you guys insult anyone, whether it's the trustees or whether it's the mayor, the former mayor. I just think we can have a dialogue without insulting and attacking people. And when you get to what's going on here, why are we focusing? We're trying to flush out the fact that June 16th is the day they possibly could get the Pope House. Don't forget about that. If that even goes through, that's something to look at. It's so many things. Why we're not getting those forensic audits? How are we still spending money and Tiffany stole all the money? Those are things you just have to know. Do the money just replenish itself? Because I need to know right now, today, stat, how I can make that happen. Okay. So that's just the thing you have to do. You have to think about it. Oh, she bought this Tahoe. How is it getting paid for every month? Y'all have to approve the bills. Well, we can't do that because we won't see the board packets or the minutes, right?
Exactly. Look, if y'all bought a money tree off Amazon, can y'all send me the link? I'm going to need that to the money tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that to the money tree. Well, thank you, Choose. I appreciate you taking time this Saturday to spend with me. Thank you so much because I really wanted to just talk about this and to compare it. Do I think Tiffany bothered when she talks? Yeah, she's human. I think she's bothered by all this stress going on and wish she would go away. You can't go nowhere without somebody following you, watching you, taking pictures of you. That's crazy. For entertainment.
Innocent until proven guilty by a court of law.
Yeah, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but they do not give anybody that. You know, not her that. You know, anything else? Oh, it's okay. Give them a chance. Okay. All right, y'all.
I always enjoy our conversations. And, last thing that I really wanted to that resonates with me is, aside from all the political stuff, Tiffany, for the anti-bullying campaigns worldwide, girl, I'm talking to you, Tiffany Henyard, and nobody else, because you inspired me. And Jason and Kiana, I love y'all, but y'all got to do better than this, because I see these minutes. I don't see Clark Key's minutes, but I see the minutes. And that's all I got to say. Love you, Berg. Love you, Chad. I love you all.
We love you too. Thank you. Hey, you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining in the chat today. This is it. Yeah, I believe that if she's cleared of everything, she could really do an anti-bullying whole thing, maybe for the kids and everything, because who would have survived that smear campaign? Like every day someone's talking about you. It's different. Gardner says after Tiffany, none of them should get any leeway. Yeah, I think you're right. Hey Pearl says, hey Berg, I have a feeling that the new trustees, the new administration, is not a new administration. That just frustrates me. It's not you, Pearls. If it's not a new, and it's the same people, minus Tiffany, and all they did was shift seats and bring Riley Rogers back. But okay, that's just me. I have a feeling that the new administration won't be transparent. With Tiff, the trustees brought things up. Yep. You know, it was one thing. You guys know what I thought about. Let's see if they got that board meeting before we leave. And you guys tell me what you think about this. I don't think this is fair because we have to do this next video. I don't think this is fair because of what they did with Tiffany. Now, if you remember, let's see, let's just go here. And this is another thing. Nobody from Dalton can say anything unless you're on their side. So as soon as it's always like a bully tactic if you're not on their side 100% and wearing a clean house shirt every day. Hold on one second. Okay, I found it pretty fast. I didn't think I would. I want to go to this. This was so not transparent. Y'all, if Tiffany would have did this, you guys would have been all over her. Who are these people? Now, this is what Jason says about looking for the police chief.
Hard to get everything updated. So again, communication is a big part of getting our message out and changing the narrative and really showing Dalton United. So we move forward with that.
Okay, our next item. Right. The next item is we've received a lot of interest in the position, in particular our police chief. We had numerous candidates. I've reported it several times, and that level of interest is great because that lets us know that people have not turned their backs on the village. It also prompted the need for a different level of thoroughness. So we are behind our desired timeline on implementing that. We have brought in a consultant who has, I'll say, specialized in doing the search. With that being done, we have a panel.
Who's the consultant? Who's the consultant? Are they in the room? Who's the consultant that specialized in doing the search for the police chief? Now, my thoughts, the police chief is going to be Chief Mobley. That's my thoughts, if he's available. But let's go on. He used to be our police chief before.
Thoroughness. So we are behind I would say our desired timeline on implementing that. We have brought in a consultant who has, I would say, specialized in doing the search. With that being done, we have a panel, which are two police chiefs from neighboring communities, 2 board members, and our consultant.
Who are they? Who are they? Now, who are these people? Y'all listening to this? Who are they? Why are they a secret? 2 neighboring police chiefs. It could be the police chief over there in Riverdale that Ryan caught on the remember he caught him on the camera when he was messing with the man that, what's his name? Gardis, you're here in the chat. I think his name is, he was running for mayor, but he has food for the taste of the homeless. Remember that police chief? He's Riverdale, our neighbor. It could be the police chief in Harvey, the one that's sending people to grab people by the neck or pushing Kobe out. Who are the neighboring police chiefs?
We had numerous candidates. I've reported it several times, and that level of interest is great because that lets us know that people have not turned their backs on the village. It also prompted the need for a different level of thoroughness. So we are behind I would say our desired timeline on implementing that.
Michael Earhart, thank you. So you're talking about, okay, so what neighbor is Dalton? You got Calumet City Police Chief. You might have South Holland Police Chief. You have Riverdale Police Chief. Harvey Police Chief. Yeah, that's it. Now, people really don't go with Burnham as our neighbor, but Burnham could go in there. Yeah, who are these people? So what if the I'm not saying this is true, but what if the neighboring villages are Harvey and Riverdale that's giving us, or the police chief that hit Tyrant Terminator in the eye? What if it's those people? You're not telling us who they are.
Next item. Right. The next item is we've received a lot of interest in the position, in particular, our police chief. We had numerous candidates. I've reported it several times, and that level of interest is great because that lets us know that people have not turned their backs on the village. It also prompted the need for a different level of thoroughness. So we are behind I would say our desired timeline on implementing that. We have brought in a consultant who has, I would say, specialized in doing the search. With that being done, we have a panel, which are two police chiefs from neighboring communities, 2 board members, and our consultant to make sure there's a thorough vetting of the individuals that come in, that are brought forth to the board. They have a scorecard. The scorecard will look at, of course, items on the resume, credentials, background in other communities, 5+ years of experience as a supervisor, 10+ years experience of patrolling, and all of those scores will be tabulated to make sure that the individual is well vetted and appropriate for our needs in this community. Similarly, we will be doing a process like that with our fire department to make sure that we have somebody that we can all be proud of. So
Okay, so do we have to pay the consultant? Do we have to pay the other 2 chiefs in the neighboring communities? Just asking. Y'all get mad when I ask questions, but I think you should ask questions. You should definitely ask questions.
It's still on the table. It's still a big focus. I want to thank again the teams that are here, that the team that continues to work. And I'm not going to say those who have stepped up in this time frame to lead when they weren't called on are really appreciated. Lastly, I think I had one person, so I will tell there's a little bit more background because we have fun, and sometimes people will say when we talk about Dalton United and they see us out and we say DU. No. So sometimes people don't really.
I just think it's not the best thing when you got a neighboring suburb like South Holland that says faith, family, and future, I think, or you have someone like Calumet City all about the community. I just don't think that we should have DU. That just screams immaturity, in my opinion. That might could be something cool and private, but like if we got to go to the White House, we got to go to Springfield, and everybody say represent your. I don't know if y'all want to look like school days. I think it's gonna. This is my opinion. I think it's fun for like a business, but for a government, I don't think it's fun or not. I don't think you're supposed to have fun like that. And what does the mean? Elaborate. What does mean? So Dalton United, you know what? Because we weren't Dalton United when Mr. Young Harry got killed last month, or the two other men that got killed at the Park District. We weren't Dalton United there. So I think it should change, because I think it's going to come back and bite y'all next election time. That's my look. Timestamp this and see if, Lord willing, I'm here in 4 years. I'm still with you guys. Let me know if it ever comes back to bite them. It's easily, especially with so many people sitting up there being a part of organizations and fraternity, it's going to turn around and bite y'all in 4 years. Like I said, I got social studies in Thornridge. I know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Gardner said, let the work speak for itself. I appreciate y'all being with me today. I got to go to a prom, so I'm going to get up out of here. Hey, Douglas. Chu said unity in the community. The word in community is unity. Yeah, that's just going to look so tacky for us to be going. Yeah, let me just, you know what? Because y'all already know I done set the whole internet on fire just talking about this.
I got some clothes. I got some jewelry. The rest I got tied up in investments. I ain't got nothing else.
Okay, y'all, take care of yourself and each other. And bye.
Commentary blue. Commentary burgundy. Commentary. Comment blue. Commentary. Comment burgundy blue.